They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of this place. Pill ill, y'all niggas better listen. I'm black 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 pill, I'm ill with this will. 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 I'm black pill, I'm ill with this will.
It's so important, guys. So important. By the way, women are the majority of voters in the United States.
Hey, everybody, what's up? It's Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. We would hold the truth hostage. Now, I was talking to some of the homies on the Discord, and you could join the Discord. It's on my About section. You could join the Discord. I was talking to some of the homies, and we're talking about dating apps, like Tinder and let's say Bumble. You know what I'm saying? Of course, those dating apps, to get things out of the way, are broken and corrupt. The corruption comes from the fact that you can't choose the sex you want to deal with. They force you to only choose gender. So you're gonna end up with quote unquote man that identifies as a woman, whatever, all that pronoun bullshit. You can't choose sex. So on Tinder and all of them, you gotta really look at it. But I was talking to some of the homies on Discord, and realize something. And the reason what's gonna happen is a lot of men, they've adapted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are adapting, to modern dating. Then you add on with what happened with Me Too. You add on the Me Too side effect of what happened. Dating before Me Too was way different than dating after Me Too. So, Me Too has basically revved up it's the man's fault situation. For example, you go to a bar, you're with a woman, y'all both drunk, only she was drunk, because a man can only be drunk outside of a bar, outside of any situation where he's with a woman, he could be drunk, because it's funny how you'll see a man get pulled over for drunk and driving, yet when he's drunk with a woman and they both had sex, he wasn't drunk. It's how the system works, double standard, whatever. But what's happened with dating is that now a lot of men, like I said, a lot of men without critical thinking skills will basically tell you, okay, man, you want to meet her at a diner, you want to meet her at a coffee shop, you want to meet her in low profile locations that are public, Starbucks and all that. A lot of guys will, say to do that to save money. But in reality, the reason you have to do that is because of what happened to the dating situation after Me Too and so on. You know what I'm saying? You got to tread lightly because, the gun is already aimed at you for being a man. And what's happening is a lot of women are looking at these dating scenarios as men being cheap when they want to meet her in a coffee spot, get a drink at a Starbucks or something, low profile diner or whatever, walk in the park amongst the public, whatever. Now, a lot of men advertise this as, save money scenario, but in reality, it's actually to save your neck. And another thing is men are adapting to the modern situation. That whole traditional crap, it doesn't exist. We're not in the 1950s. We're not in the 1940s. A woman has a job, a man has a job. So a lot of men, another reason a lot of men are looking at profiles of women and basically swiping left is when you see these profiles that say travel, concerts, I like to go this, I like to go traveling, going overseas. A lot of men are reading this. They're reading this as, I like you to spend money on me for concerts. I like you to spend money on me for traveling. I like to see you spend money on me for expensive restaurants. So a lot of men are looking at these profiles and swiping left because they see it's a markup for an expense. You know what I'm saying? And since the man and the woman work, it doesn't make sense. And then again, the fact that this is basically advertising her price, the price to be with her and the expense. So a lot of men are sidestepping that and saying, well, I'm not interested. And it doesn't make sense to begin with. You're on a site to date somebody or, Tinder or whatever it is, or Bumble. You're on a site to get close to that person. To get to know them. And then again, you're both strangers. It just shows you why the kidnapping is high and all that. So you want a stranger to pay for a concert. You want a stranger to pay to travel with you. You don't know these fucking people. But a lot of men are looking at it and saying, man, if this was quote unquote a situation where this woman wanted to date and so on, she would just want to do a low profile setting. Let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's get something to get to know one another. If it's about getting to know each other. Now, if it's just Netflix and chill, hit and run situation, one night stand, whatever, it is what it is. But when you see all these profiles on these dating apps where the women are basically advertising their price, the price of entry is to pay for a concert. The price of entry is to pay for a traveling. The price of entry is to go to expensive locations in the city. So men are looking at it as, oh, that's your price. So that's what you about. You want me to pay to entertain you. So to have you around me, I got to pay for your expenses. A lot of men are adapting to the modern dating realm. Women work, men work. So we should meet in the middle. We should really be meeting in a situation where money isn't the motive. It's more of getting to know that person. And the way to get to know somebody is really a low profile location, be it Starbucks or a coffee shop. You don't want to meet that person, especially the men who are adapting after Me Too. They don't want to meet that woman on the first date at a bar or whatever, because then it could be predicated that, oh, he tried to get her drunk to take advantage of her. A lot of men are learning, I've mastered this. A lot of men are learning to talk female. They're basically learning how to translate what a woman writes to what she really wants. So a lot of men are looking at the price of entry to be around this woman. Oh, so a concert, traveling. Like I be on Tinder and Bumble and I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, so that's the price of entry, right? So I just swipe left. And a lot of women are getting swiped left. And another thing with a lot of these chicks, man, one thing I've noticed on Tinder and Bumble and is that, of course, the chicks that are Instagram models or whatever, ethos, whatever, they're going to be basically exposing everything. Then the more normal-ish women don't know how to take a photo. Like there's a lot of accounts where you just see that woman's face or that woman with a cat, that woman with another man. A lot of these women on these Bumble and Tinder don't even know the basics of putting their own profile on there so you can be interested. Then the pictures they take of their body They don't even take good photos so you can look at them and zone in and look at their size and how they appear. You know what I'm saying? One thing I've learned from Bumble and Tinders, you'll get these two. You get either the super ethot who basically is half naked or naked on all her photos, or the average chick who doesn't know how to take a damn photo. You know what I'm saying? Photo of her cheek or her face, and then nothing of her body. You don't get to see nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or the picture's super awkward. They got a photo with another man or a photo with a pet, and you're looking at it, you're like, yeah, you know this is a site or you go on or app you're on to actually get people interested in you. You know what I'm saying? Not the last man you were with. So you see this, you see a lot of these two extremes, you know, but a lot of men are basically learning how to translate what a woman writes on her profile. And what's happened is when the men translate it, they just swipe left. They're swiping left, 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 because all you see is a high price of entry. You know what I'm saying? Concert, concert, evening at an expensive restaurant or location and all that. Come watch a play with me. I don't know you. I don't know you. Why would I spend all this money on a damn stranger? And then for that woman to want a stranger to just invest this much money, it further proves the narrative a lot of guys been putting online that, hey man, a lot of these women getting paid and flown out by guys that can afford it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you see on there. A lot of them have a high price, and respect to, whoever the guys that's gonna pay for it, he's gonna pay for it, whatever. But what it does is it basically excludes a lot of men from participating. And what's happening is them not participating is actually the smart play. You know what I'm saying? It's smart play anyway. You don't know this woman. You know what I mean? You gotta look at it like this as a guy. You're just gonna meet a woman you don't know to bring her to a concert when you've never hugged her, you never kissed her, and then a part of you's thinking, okay, I'm gonna bring her to this concert and she might know another man at that concert. So really you're just paying for her to go meet another man. You know what I mean? A lot of men are basically learning to translate what a lot of women are writing on their profiles. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are translating it, or traveling, spend money. Yeah, so a lot of men are basically looking at the expense that's put on. You know what I mean? A lot of men have learned that, you gotta be minimalistic. We're in a modern age of dating. She makes her money, you make yours. But another thing is for your own self-protection and all that. A lot of guys are learning, man. I'm not gonna meet a random woman I don't know at a random location where she could claim to be under the influence. You know what I'm saying? And there's been previous events that have happened where men have been robbed or set up. So a lot of men basically try to meet a woman on a minimalistic location, coffee shop, you know what I'm saying? Someplace public where the woman could be seen, they could be seen, and they're not drinking anything that can basically claim he tried to intoxicate her or take advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? We're in the age of after Me Too, and then of course after this aggressive narrative by multi-billion-dollar corporations that are all about demonizing men anyway. You know what I'm saying? And most of the women they hire are old women to write negative things about men. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The Brie Larson thing's the funniest thing. She said she doesn't act for old men when the majority of the roles she plays were written by men. I mean, you look at what's happening with the old Marvel Studios, created by men, majority of fan base men, and then you got a lot of women complaining they're not playing for these roles for men, yet the men created it. You know what I'm saying? Men basically are looking over their shoulders these days. You constant attacks by multimedia corporations and so on. So what's happening is a lot of the dating apps, you know what I'm saying? Besides the BS with the gender crap, the fact that they won't let you just choose the sex, you know what I'm saying? You're interested in women. You don't give a fuck about this gender bullshit, pronoun crap. I'm I'm gender acid. I'm gender liquid. All that bullshit. You don't give a fuck about it. You know what I mean? You just want to date women. So a lot of men already ticked off on these Tinder apps where really they try to trap you. They try to trap you with these, these tranny accounts anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really just choose, hey, I'm looking for women. That's it. The sex, I'm looking for women. But yeah, a lot of men have evolved, man. And the dating market, you know what I'm saying? What's going on is you're seeing two phases of it. Of course, the hyper aggression towards imprisoning men and demonizing them. Then you're seeing women put up their price, a concert, an expensive this, an expensive that. And a lot of men are looking at it, hey, I'm going to pay for all this and still end up in a friend zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pay for all this and I haven't even kissed or done anything with this woman. I'm not going to waste my money. So, you're seeing a lot of guys adapt and they're reading between the lines. The way I look at it, a lot of men are learning how to translate female language. You know what I mean? You're learning to translate it, and a lot of guys learning to translate it are basically swiping left multiple times, They're just leaving shit alone because they see this woman coming on this dating app and she just has her price. Instead of, my name is, let's make a quick one. Her name is Sarah or Tamara, and she's into flowers and plants, and she's into poetry and, trying to figure out herself and all that. Done. That's it. I go work. And, you get an idea of who she is. Instead, the usual account is, oh, I like to travel. I like to go to concerts. I like to take tours and trips. Basically projecting the price for the point of entry. You know what I'm saying? For her to entertain being around you, you must pay this fee. And the price will either be a concert, traveling, flight, cruise, vacations, whatever the price is. I mean, a lot of these Tinder sites and accounts tend to just basically be freelance escorts. You know what I mean? If you look at it from a payment perspective, it's basically a freelance escort. Instead of them going to seeking arrangements to be a sugar baby, whatever, they basically go to Tinder and put their price. Whatever guy wants to pay that price of a concert, an event, whatever it is, they'll get access to her. So a lot of guys are learning to translate female talk. You know what I'm saying? Women have been talking about men negatively or whatever, hyper-wise, since the 90s, 80s. You know what I'm saying? The black men ain't shit, and all this and that. And a lot of men are adapting. So a lot of women, even if they look good on their Tinder account, guys are just swiping left because they read the price of entry and they're like, I'm good. I'm not paying a concert for a stranger. I'm not gonna pay to meet you at a high-profile museum. I just want to meet you, get to know you, talk, and see where we at. You know what I'm saying? If we flow, all right, we plan something bigger. If not, all right, peace. But when the point of entry is, I need you to pay for this concert, I need you to pay for this trip or vacation, these events, a lot of guys are just saying, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna spend money on someone I don't even know or have done anything. I've seen it happen when I used to work at the high-end nightlife bars where some guys would basically get VIP and just invite some women over there they didn't know, and those women would just, And I saw one where the women came on, just drunk all his alcohol. Didn't even say thank you. They didn't even give him a hug or look at him. They just drunk their liquor from VIP and then left. You know what I'm saying? And you see these guys sitting there. You know, a lot of guys have evolved and adapted to the situation that's going on. So a lot of these dating apps, and you see a lot of them popping up, a lot of these dating apps, a lot of guys are looking at it and saying, yeah, man, it ain't, the price of entry ain't worth it. And at the end of the day, we're in the modern age of dating. You have a job, I have a job. So we're supposed to, and we're both strangers. We're supposed to meet in a public setting, you know what I'm saying, to get to know one another. So a lot of guys are basically adapting to this and basically swiping left to accounts. You know what I'm saying? I chopped it up with a few guys, talked to a few people. You could join the Discord. It's on the About section of the page. So a lot of guys we chopping it up, we talking down there, and a lot of guys are looking at the price of entry, you know, and saying, nah, it ain't worth it. I ain't gonna pay a concert to go meet a stranger. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pay a vacation to go meet a stranger, you know. Right off, it basically tells you her price. This is her price, and she identifies herself as a price rather than the character of who she is as a person. So a lot of guys are looking at this and saying, I'm good. You know, I'll go on a concert with people I know. And besides, I could meet women at a concert. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to pay for their ticket. So a lot of guys are looking at the female accounts that just lead with a price and not their character or who they are. And also guys are translating it, man. They're reading what adventurous means, you know. Guys are translating, adventurous means, yeah, she slept around, you know what I mean, she getting wild. You know, this is used up territory. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So a lot of guys are translating it and just walking away from it, swiping left. You know, let me swipe left. A lot of guys are swiping left, man. And realizing, yeah, she leads with her price, not her personality or who she is. And even then, I said she leads with her personality, depending on what she says, adventurous, or, you know, we all know the whole crap of not looking to play games. And she's like over 25. That means she's played too many games and is worn out. You know what I'm saying? Down there probably feels like a jelly donut. You know what I'm saying? There's no tightness, just a jelly donut, you know, easily punctured. Yeah. Jelly donut vag. Donut vag. That might become something. Jelly vag. Jelly vag by Menstrual. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys are realizing and reading the lines, translating it. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. When I talk to some women, I'm like, dude, I'm translating everything she's saying. You know, every conversation's going right through the mind, and I basically understand everything. A lot of men have learned to read women. And when a lot of men see, oh yeah, they're reading her and it's the price. She leads with her price, not who she is or what she actually wants, then the guys are walking away. And even if she, you know, we know what they want, you know, even the way they talk. So a lot of guys are basically stepping away from the dating apps, or they go on there to just swipe right because they're bored or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but you know, this has been Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies, we would hold the truth hostage. Just had to make this video. I was talking to some people. And also, if you join the Discord, we have a request section, so you can request some video subjects you want me to talk about, and other YouTube creators on the Discord. So join the Philosophy Reborn Discord, and you request something, we got the time, we'll end up making it. But other than that, Peace.
It's so important, guys. So, so, so important. By the way, women are the majority of voters in the United States. Like
Pill ill, y'all niggas better listen. I'm black 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 pill, I'm ill with this will. 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 They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of this place.